Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Olivia, and you're probably wondering, where am I? I am at my dining room table downstairs in my dining room, and that's my living room. So, as you guys may know, I posted a video. I posted several videos, and in the videos, I was saying that I would make a video of why, I haven't been posting. Now, this video may be short, it may not, I don't know, but a lot of you guys may know, and a lot of you guys may not know, I am going through stuff right now, and a lot of it I really can't handle. So, without further ado, let's get on to this video. So, a couple of you guys, I don't really make this public, but some of you guys know that I see a therapist. And it's because it's for my anxiety, and she wanted me to go, on some medicine. Sorry, I'm moving my water out of the way. And the bubble wrap. I don't know why there's bubble wrap. But she wanted me to go on medicine for my anxiety because she felt like, on a scale from 1 to 10, like, how bad is your anxiety? 10 being the worst, 1 being the best, and I said about an 8. And she was like, yeah, I think it's best that we try some medicine. And I see a nurse practitioner. She's basically a psychiatrist, but she just has a different name. And she has given me prescription medicine. I was on the 5 milligram of Lexapro, which is an antidepressant, and it also helps with anxiety, which I do suffer from depression and anxiety. And so with that, I would be taking a vitamin D pill because I'm now 15, but when I was 14 when I first started taking all this stuff. And I went to get blood work done one time, and they said that everything was normal except for my vitamin D. Now, the healthy range is between like a 30 and a 60, or a 36 to 62% for children my age, like 14, 15. Mine was at 6.3%, so it was like really, really below what it needed to be. But also it just became spring, and we just got out of winter, so it was snowing and raining and cold, and there was no sun. And so I have to take vitamin D, and my nurse practitioner wanted me to, maybe like 3 or 4 sessions later, she wanted me to move to the 10 milligram. And so I am taking the 10 milligrams still, and the vitamin D pill as well. But I take the Lexapro at night and the vitamin D in the morning because both the Lexapro, it just makes me really, really tired for some reason. And my dad, I'm just going to flat out and say this, he suffers from depression and anxiety as well. My whole family has either had it and gotten better, or has, still have it and take medicine and stuff. My dad has it, and he told me that with the Lexapro, it will make you tired. Now, with the 5 milligram, it made me kind of tired, but the 10 milligram plus the vitamin D pill, it just wasn't working. And then there was the fainting. So Monday happened. Today's 8th, the 7th, the 6th, Monday the 6th, May 6th, 2019. So my gym class right now is in the session of doing, CPR and first aid and all of that stuff. So we decided my teacher was giving this exam. One would be, there'd be 3 portions. 2 of them will be on Google Form, which is a quiz, and you get your score right away after it. Well, not always, but sometimes. And the 3rd one would be you have to go up to the front of the classroom and you have to perform CPR on one of the dummies. And then she has like a checklist where she checks off everything that you did, and then she'll mark what you didn't do, and then she'll ask you at the end of the class, or at the end of your session, saying like, what do you think you did wrong? What do you think you missed? And then you could earn a half point back if you remember and do it right. So I got really nervous, and there were 2 tests in Google Form. One was out of 10 questions and one had 25 questions. Now, I answered all of them out of the 10 question, and I submitted it, but I got 6 out of 10, and that freaked me out, because I'm like, oh god, it's an actual final exam, I cannot screw this up. And I was able to answer all the 25 question ones, but I just never submitted it. And my friend next to me, we're gonna call her Sally. Sally, I grabbed her hand, because she was the closest one near me, and I literally put it on, like, my chest, like, right around here. And my heart literally was like this. Like, it was so fast. I don't know what happened, because I do suffer from test anxiety. I've always had it since, 3rd grade, SOLs. And then she asked my gym teacher if she could walk me around school, because my gym teacher knows I frequently have panic attacks and I suffer from anxiety, and she knows I take medicine and stuff for it. And so Sally told my gym teacher that she could walk me to the bathroom. And so we walked to the bathroom, we walked back, and then she asked me if I still feel like I'm going to pass out, and I generally said yes, because I felt like I was going to pass out. And in the classroom where we were to take all the exams and stuff, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to pass out, I don't know. But then when we got back, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pass out, something's wrong. And so there's 3 female gym teachers. I'm not going to say their names, privacy reasons. But there's my gym teacher. There's a gym teacher that, see, I cannot say their names. I'm going to say Miss T. So there's Miss D, Miss T, and Miss C. I'm only going to say, like, their first letter of their name because, once again, privacy reasons. But it's also very hard for me to make this video, and I also am kind of rushing because my mom isn't here right now, which is why I'm doing it down here, and my room's an absolute mess. So I was in the middle of cleaning up. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to make this. But anyways, so Miss D is my teacher. Well, was my teacher, but we will get into that later. So she came out because Sally asked Miss D to come, outside to the door, and she did. And Sally told Miss D that, I'm saying Miss in the letter D, not Misty. It sounds like it, I don't know why. But Sally told Miss D that I felt like I was gonna, like, I grabbed her hand and her hand over my, or I grabbed her wrist and put her hand over my chest and where my heart is, and that it was beating, like, really, really fast. And that she told Miss D that I felt like I was gonna pass out. And then Miss D sent Sally to go get Miss C, who doesn't have a 5th period. I have 5th period gym and health. So, health/gym. And so she went to go get Miss C, and now I'm standing at the door. So, this is the door right here. This is Miss D. This is me. Now, I'm hanging onto the door with one hand, and then I fall onto the door, and Miss D catches me. So, if there was a human in front of me, and these were their arms, she, like, grabbed me like this. And, like, she, like, brought me over to the wall, because there's a wall over here. And she, like, was still holding me and brought me onto the wall so I can lean back on the wall instead of, like, falling forward. And if I did fall forward or sideways, she could catch me. And so she asked my friend Kaylee. That's not her name, I'm just saying random names. So she asked my friend Kaylee that she was sitting on the wall and there was a chair next to her that was empty. And so she asked Kaylee if she could bring the chair over here so she could sit me down in the chair. And now Miss D is still holding me. Well, what did I say her name was? Let's just say Kelly. I don't know. I lost track of the names. But she put the chair down right in the middle between us. So she was holding me like this, hovering over, so if I fell, she would catch me. And so she still was holding me. And the chair was facing this way, so the back is towards where my camera is, and the seat was facing this way. Mayway. My mom isn't here, so my dog whines all the time. And so another thing that happened is that she was still holding me. She brought me over and she sat me down, and she was holding me just in case, if I fall forward, she can automatically grab me. And now she could tell that something was wrong because I was, like, really pale, and it wasn't, like, I could still hear and I could react, but it was just, like, I can't, like, something was wrong. And then, so I'm, like, sitting here, and Miss C comes over, and Miss C, she grabs me, so Miss D can let go and sit on the other side. So she's sitting here where the back of the behind where the back of the chair is, or in front of the chair, I guess, I don't know. And then Miss C has now taken the role of holding me, and she asked me if she could see my wrist. So I gave her my wrist, and if I was wearing a long sleeve, like Harry Potter, I get crop long sleeve shirt, excuse me. And so I give her my wrist, she rolls up my sleeve, she feels my pulse, and then she's like, yeah, like her heart's beating, like it's racing, like her pulse is racing, like something's wrong. And they all the female gym teachers know I have problems with anxiety, and I take medicine, and I have eating problems, all this stuff. And so she decides that she's just gonna hold me, because they called the nurse is coming, she's on her way. And then all of a sudden I'm like I can feel myself like falling asleep, and I'm like trying to stay awake so I don't pass out, and then I just like fell forward. Like I fell, so the back of the seat is like here, and now she's holding me, and I'm just like this, and she has my pulse up, and she's lifting my hands up, and I'm just like this. So like I'm hanging off the chair, and my arms are down here, and I'm hanging off the chair, and Miss C and Miss D like race towards me so I don't physically fall over the chair, and I'm like out completely, and Miss D grabs me so I don't fall over the chair, and Miss C grabs me, and they both move me forward, and then they let go so Miss C can get up. But then I fell forward, so Miss C immediately ran and got me, and then Miss Detler moved the chair out of the way, and now she's holding me, and I'm leaning forward, like on like where her chest is, so I'm leaning forward, and then she like grabs like the back of my head, and she grabs like my arms, and she like cradles me like a baby, and she lays me flat on the floor while like her hand is like this. I don't know if you can see because I can't see the camera, but her hand is like laying, and then she gently lays me on the floor, and now she's like trained and all this stuff. And then apparently my eyes started blinking, like, because sometimes people pass out for a few minutes or a few seconds, and then they're back to normal. And so I guess that's what happened, but I wasn't like, so I know TMI for this, but I did have my period on Monday, and I did have my period the other times that I passed out. So the doctor that I went to said that I was just losing a lot of volume because I was losing a lot of blood from having my period. And so that could be pertaining of why I passed out so many times. And also, the whole not, eating thing. So that also portrays, and then the medicine, the combination is just, it was so much information. I was just like, okay, yeah, okay. I have no idea what you're saying, but I'm just gonna nod my head like I'm saying yes. Like I know what you're talking about, but I really don't. So it was really hard. And then I woke up, they brought me over to the nurse, and like the nurse wheeled me into her room, and she started yelling at me. And then the administration, I think I said his name, Mr. Shaver, I do not like that man, and I'm pretty sure he does not like me, and I really don't care. I'm just gonna go out and say I don't like him. And so he was like screaming at me saying, well, you gotta eat, blah blah blah. That's easy for you to say, and that's easy for me to say, but it's not easy for me to do. You're not me. You don't go through what I go through. You don't understand my life. You don't understand anything to do with me. You don't understand why I don't eat. You don't understand why I'm sick, why I'm passing out, so don't even start about that. And I hate it when my parents, like, force me to eat. Like, they literally force feed me. And I'm like, no, you think I'm not gonna go in the bathroom and puke it up? Like, you cannot force feed someone. No matter how sick they are. You cannot do that. Because it's also a form of child abuse. Trust me. I know these things. And then Mr. Schaefer and my counselor decided, both came in the nurse, and my mom walked in the nurse, and she was like, what happened? And I'm like, I failed the test. Like, I freaked out. And she's like, about what? About the test. And I was like crying, like I was just so upset, and I just didn't know what else to do. I was just crying, and my mom came over and she hugged me. She's saying, "It's all right, it's just a test." And my teacher said that basically at the beginning of class, saying that if you get a 0 on this, it's worse than getting a 0 in a whole PE grade, because that's how important this exam is. And I'm like, thanks, I really needed that. And so it was just so annoying. And then Mr. Schaefer suggested that I change PE classes. Now, in order for my schedule not to completely change, I had to be moved into Miss T's class for 5th period. So now I'm no longer in Miss D's class, I'm in Miss T's class. And it's 4th quarter, as well as I had my world history too as well today. Like, I did not pass. I don't know if I passed. I don't know if I failed. I don't know any of that stuff yet because I just took it today. But it wasn't actually that hard. History is not the subject I'm always worried about. It's going to be biology. I already know that because biology I suck at. I always have to retake everything. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to fail it. But then hopefully I get like a 375 at least or a 399 so I can retake it. And I'm probably going to retake it as many times as I can because I need to pass all my SOLs this year. And yeah, but I'm now in a different PE class, different school setting. I can't. It's so complicated. I know this video is going to be like 20 minutes, and I really do apologize, but I just have one last thing to say. As much as I like Miss T, I don't like her class. Like, I have friends in her class. I have like 3 friends in her class, and I stick with them, but it's kind of hard because I don't have the relationship, like a student-teacher relationship that I do with Miss T like I do with Miss D, because I've had Miss D 1st and 3rd quarter all the way through and halfway through 4th quarter. So I've had her for 3.5 quarters, and I'll have Miss T for a half a quarter. So it's like, I don't even know what to do. So, yeah. So, without further ado, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not going to make this outro really long just because the video is like 20 minutes already. So, but I do apologize that it was really, really long. I just really wanted to get this off my chest. And I finally have the guts to upload it. But without further ado, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos. Bye.